So this is a hands up hand history review of my deep run in the Mad Monday main event from almost a month ago. Well, like it was like 3 weeks ago. Um, so it's gonna be really cool, a really good opportunity to like look back at a lot of the hands that I played, and like just actually see my opponent's hands. Like I'm gonna.
Oh, it's that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna literally show everybody's hands.
Wait, how'd you get that?
Oh, wonderful.
How'd you get that?
I love it.
What are you talking about, dude? Like this is a feature of playing on Bovada is with any tournament you play, you can get the full hands up history. Like,
you can ask for the whole thing and they'll give it to you.
Yeah, well, you go
Isn't that cool?
You go into the client and request it. Yeah.
But isn't that a lot of you requested for all of the
It's
hands?
just one file, man.
Oh, you can just be like, I want the one of this tournament.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
You just go into the client,
and you like message them, right?
No, dude. Like it's physically a function in the client. Like here, I'll show you guys. Like,
yeah, pause the thing real quick. I guess the video.
Like, it's fine. It's fine. People can see this.
Yeah,
like,
I'm interested. I'm super interested.
Like, we're gonna go down here and like go into the client. So we're gonna go to like account and hand history. That's where you go.
Yeah.
See this?
And let's see the balance. Dang, nice.
And then you go to game transactions and schedule tournaments.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
And then you get to pull from every tournament that you've played of like recent. Except
so let me ask you. So you get that, and then you plug it into the poker manager?
Online poker manager. Yeah. Yep. You have
How
to
much
have
was that?
Specifically, I don't know. I paid like $10 or so for it.
Oh, that's not bad.
And like no other like hand replayer will do it, but this one will do it.
That's so cool.
So this is the, what was this, like 100K guarantee or something?
75K.
75, yeah.
So we get to find out what kind of 9 that guy had.
The what?
What kind of 9 that guy had that beat your 9-6? Oh yeah, I remember. I remember it. Yeah. Yeah, you pulled this hand history specifically for that hand.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What kind of 9 the guy had? Because chat was freaking going nuts that you folded that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So
let's find out. Lappy got bluffed.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. First hand. Yeah, I don't like getting bluffed.
He said this guy has to have a better 9 or a better hand than I have. Like he's just not bluffing. And chat was just nuts. They were like, "Why didn't you call?"
Okay, we fold. That's good.
So
first hand we play is Ace King here. Okay, stop. So I could see just the flat here. If we 4-bet here, and I mean if we 4-bet and get and just get piled on, it's kind of like throw up. So I could see myself just flatting here. But what do you guys do? I know you see the cards and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it is hijack cutoff. So it is.
It's not hijack cutoff. It's low jack. It's actually under the gun. Versus.
Oh, you're under the gun.
Yeah, I'm under the gun.
You're the blind. Sorry.
And he's in the hijack.
Interesting.
And I probably in this spot just go for the flat.
Wait, so how did action go before this?
So
can you rewind that? Sorry. totally.
So we opened 2.5x. They 3-bet, not quite 3x, and then a cold call. And like I
so
think
you 4-bet.
I think part of why I 4-bet was because of the cold call, because of the extra money in there, that I think is just dead money.
Right.
Because their range here in under the gun in the cutoff is like super capped. Like
so
if they had like
where are you putting him in like sort of like his hand range?
Who, the cutoff?
The flat, the three the cold.
I think they have like suited broadways. I think they have like pairs up to like 9s or 10s. Maybe jacks. And that's like
that's it.
Like
and then what are you putting the initial guy? What are you putting him on?
I mean, he's uncapped, obviously. He can have He can have jacks plus. He can have, ace queen, ace king.
Suited connectors and shit.
You're more afraid of his hand. You're more afraid of his hand when you 4-bet.
Yeah.
And then if you 4-bet and
well, I guess on Bovada they're not. I guess on Bovada they're not really 3-betting suited connectors and stuff.
They're not
like they do on ACR.
They're not. Yeah. So like if like they're just not that good of. They're not that low player really.
They're few and far between.
Yeah. So like, I'm expecting this to be pretty strong in general.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the 4-bet.
I mean, yeah, I think a 4-bet is like okay, but like,
I think flat's fine too.
I think flatting is preferable because I just think we have a big edge, like, and this is a big tournament. Like, I don't want to
bust early.
I don't want to bust early. I don't want to I want to fucking win, man. I want to press my edge to the max and win this tournament, not like get in some big flip or up against the kings or aces like super early, and and be like, okay, like derp.
Yeah.
So I kind of like a flat here, and just taking a post flop. I don't really know.
If you flat here though, you have to play super tight post, right?
I mean, but we have a hand that plays very well post. Like we're just gonna find a lot of boards where we dominate our opponents, and you can
smack it really hard, and they're gonna be repping what you have.
Exactly. So and we just like.
So as played though, you 4-bet.
I did.
Yeah, but so I guess in retrospect, you would like to see a.
Oops. In retrospect, yeah, I would like the flat. So we did 4-bet and they called.
It's a pretty good flop.
You think it's a pretty good flop?
Yeah.
Like I could bet here. I could bet here like 2K or like something like that. But like you're
gonna have to be willing to burn that 2K though.
Exactly, and we don't have a spade. We don't have a spades, which really hurts, man. Like not having the spade here, like if we have the king of spades here, we go broke.
Right.
Like we're just gonna bet call.
You mean get it in good?
Get it in bet call. Yeah. But as played, like I think checking here is preferable. And when they do 3-bet call our 4-bet, I think they just do have a lot of like ace queen is like super optimistic for us to expect them to have here.
Yeah, so you're gonna check call flop here.
I'm gonna check decide. Like I want to see. I want to see what they do.
Okay.
Like if they bomb it, I'm like not. You think I'm not check calling?
Right.
Yeah, because they called your 4-bet.
What if he bets
it's very likely that they have a lot of pairs,
like higher
pairs.
It is very likely they have like 10s or jacks here that just didn't want to fold. Like
what do you think What do you think his like turn sizing will be once you check?
Like, I mean, but dude, like this is Bovada, man. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Like you could just see anything from like 1 chip to like 7,400, 74,
Right.
74,
So
yeah,
let's
to like
see
all
what
in.
you do.
Like,
see what happens.
Checks through, and that actually makes me really happy.
Right, because they don't bluff.
Like,
fish don't bluff.
Yeah, I just think we have the best hand now.
Yeah, very much so.
I think we proceed by like betting now. Actually, like somewhere around 2K. I think is the play.
Yeah.
What do you do here, Dibs? Like,
I think I go check. I really do.
You think? I think you do that against a good player. I think you check.
Right.
But like
against the bad player,
against these doofuses, though,
you can just
like
I can block for value.
Like I think they bet like all their better hands on flop.
Yeah, he would bet like
jacks and tens and like stuff, deuces. Like stuff. Yep.
Trying to protect from those spades.
And they would have if they had a set, they would do that same thing.
Yeah.
Sevens, eights.
Yeah, so like we have to think super exploitatively.
Yeah, but he could have like eights without a spade. I don't know. I think sevens.
Eights without a spade's bets, though, I believe, because like
they don't want to
because like if you had the spade, I think you'd have more impetus to want to check because you have more equity and you're not afraid of turn cards. Like,
right. I don't know. Yeah, so it's very hard to come up with what they're checking behind that's better. Yeah.
Yeah, so I figure we bet. And okay, we checked. And they bet. And okay. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, I actually think I think this is nitty. I think this is really nitty.
That's tough.
I think our read
but that's us talking about it, not.
But that's because I think it's because you 4-bet and he called, and you're just like, what the hell did he call? And ace queen. Why would you ever think he called your 4-bet with ace queen off suit? Like, why would you ever think that? Like, so I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. And because of the 4-bet, that's the only reason that I wouldn't even bet that flop. Because honestly, I would bet that flop, and I might be wrong, but I would bet that flop if it wasn't 4-bet. Like, because I would still think I had the best.
I can't believe you didn't bet this flop, honestly.
Yeah.
How do you not bet this flop?
Yeah, if it wasn't 4-bet, I would be thinking that I bet bet there because I saw the hand.
Yeah. I probably.
Do you think he's betting there because he thinks he has the best hand now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And best draw.
Yeah. I think he thinks both. I think he just
because he's not,
Because you double checked.
He doesn't think I have.
So he must have the best hand.
He thinks I don't. He doesn't even think I have ace king here.
Yeah. And
And honestly, it's like when he does bet, like that's why I bet here is because when he bets, it's like it's still like a precarious situation. Like if we see a spade on river, like. Then what do we do? Like, like how do we proceed in this hand efficiently?
Yeah.
But I think we walk through it enough to where we would go with flatting the 3-bet.
Yep.
And then
like if he bets flop here, we probably just ditch it.
Right.
But if it checks through, we probably check call. We probably check call turn though, in that hypothetical situation where if it checks through,
right.
Where
so
if we
as
flat,
played, we got like a tricky situation because of like a pre-flop mistake.
Because of our 4-bet. Yep.
Yeah. So we bloated a pot out of position in a spot early when we should be kind of pot controlling.
Yep. I agree.
God, this game is cool, man. I love fucking poker.
And so
it's crazy how like one
decision changes everything about the whole hand.
And then you're fucked like the rest of it. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
All right, next hand.
Very cool.
Oh, aces with the min raise. And we're going to defend getting like 4-1, 5-1. Actually,
10-10-2. Let's see it. Oh, damn.
They bomb it. I mean, I kind of feel compelled to call here because I don't really think I have the best hand at the moment.
Right.
But like we do have, backdoor flush. We can make 2 pairs.
Trips. He doesn't have like a straight here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
You're not like calling being like ever. You're up against, I feel like
an overpair
some of the time, overpair or like a flopped draw.
Lulls, these guys just limping aces and shit. Ugh.
So yeah, do you think we call? Turn 10, and I think we start leading here now. Exploitatively, I want to lead here. Do you guys know why?
Because they check back here a lot.
They check back this turn so much. Yep.
Yeah.
So cool.
And I kind of like going like 4K or like something big here. What do you guys do?
Because you feel like he's never folding because he has an overpair or something.
Do you just jam ever or no?
Yeah, I mean sometimes, yeah.
Because I mean,
especially,
if you're gonna go 4,
especially
because like, leaving 16.
Especially because they saw us 4-bet here, and they think we had a bluff,
Right.
Like, did you 4-bet? I missed that action.
Like ace king hand, yeah.
Oh, never mind. Okay. I was like, why are you 4-betting 10 deuce?
If people are paying attention at all, they probably think we had a bluff there with.
I was gonna say, I thought this was a limp pot, so
and
I get it.
To be honest, like a 4-bet there is a bluff with ace king.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying. You know what I mean? Like to them, that's a bluff. Like they only 4-bet like aces and kings. You know what I mean?
Not even queens.
So like ace king offsuit, they see that and they're like, wow, he plays ace king crazy. He plays everything crazy.
Yeah, we potted it.
Yeah. Potting's not bad.
Like we ensure that we get paid this much.
Right.
Like some people will fold to like 5K here,
Right. That's the crazy part is it's like, why would I leave myself 2K? But it does get called more if you just pot here.
Yep. Right. We ensure it's like a sure bet. Like
right. The 5K gets a little dicey, even though maybe long term it gets more.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I think this long term gets more money just potting it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm getting paid here.
I might be way wrong, but yeah, I think 35-20.
Like even though I think they should be folding here a lot, I'm pretty sure I'm getting paid here on this bet.
I think so too. Let's see what happens. All this for a fold. Nice. Nice hand.
Okay, what are we doing here, Fallon?
We're raising.
You going like 3x, 4x?
No, just like 2.5x or min raise.
Yeah. I like it.
Like I min raise a lot. Like
I 2.5x. I just like getting my pot a little bigger.
I think I adjust my sizings.
Yeah.
When I'm like more than 100 bigs deep with people, I tend to go just 2.5x.
Right.
But then when I'm not that deep, versus fish, I min raise. Versus other good opponents at my table, I'm 2.5xing.
And that might be an issue. Like what an issue has been for me in ACR. Like I have not been doing anything really more than min raising for a long time, and so maybe I just need to just bump it up just a little bit.
Yeah. You saw me doing that last night a lot, baby. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I had tough people at my
table.
So
tonight I'll be working with sizings on stream.
But with your $11 tournaments and stuff, you don't really have to because like people they're just not that good. They're not really, like in a $66 tournament, like where you're getting super deep, you're gonna have people that you have to go bigger sizings against. I had like Tony GPT, and like a few other ballers who were like on my left in position against me. And
you had that one dude, T.I. Rivers or something. He was kind of solid.
M.I. Rivers.
M.I. Rivers.
Yeah, so I was just like, I was just going.
One dude that coolered you.
Yeah, who was that? Oh,
what the fuck,
Jack Garbolino or whatever.
Yeah. That dude had all the chips, man.
Yeah, I actually really want to go back and review that hand at some point. It was ace queen to aces,
right?
And I think he was cut off, and I was hijack.
Yeah. The only thing that I would say with that is, are you willing to give up chip lead for that play?
Yeah.
That late in a big buy-in.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting him to 3-bet us there, though.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not like it's, but I'm just saying, like, long term.
Right.
I told you, like you're gonna be chip lead if you fold, you know, or you're gonna be middle of the pack if you get called. Kind of spots.
But like, how often are we getting called by a hand that dominates us?
Right.
Like,
I'm saying, like, no matter 100% of the time you fold, you're still gonna be chip leader and be able to ICM pressurize and stuff.
It is true. Yeah. I think that's a great.
You know what I mean?
I think that's a great point to be made, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that deserves to be asked. And
it's different if you're like 8th in chips going against like 10th in chips. You know what I mean? Like, but if you're 1st in chips, I think.
Yeah. You fold there.
I probably
flat.
Flat. Yeah.
Probably flat. Okay. Yeah, I think flatting is an option.
Yeah.
I was just, but like for like a solid few hours, I was like waiting for a spot where he was gonna 3-bet me again.
Right, and you were gonna be pretty strong.
And I was gonna be pretty strong, yeah.
Right. And that's what happens. That's the game.
And so, like, when you're up against an opponent like that, where you've been waiting for them to do that, and you get that spot, are you folding the ace queen off? Are you flatting the ace queen off?
Right. That's definitely how you want to attack him there.
If you think I've been attacking you for hours,
right,
and you get that spot, are you just flatting the ace queen off?
I mean, so think of it this way. Think of it this way.
Uh-huh.
If I get you to 4-bet all in there with ace queen off every time, wouldn't you take that as the 3-better, knowing that? Like, he's willing to 4-bet me all in with ace queen.
I mean, if we're deep, I'm not necessarily.
Right. So
like
so you're saying he's getting boned here more often by you. He'll be in like a tougher spot long term.
Yeah.
By you doing this every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's just one of my.
You think he's burning chips there?
It's one of my 4-bet bluffs, really. Like.
Bluffs, right?
Okay. Because it's one of the ultimate 4-bet bluffs, because like
I think because even ace jack is folding pretty tight, is like a pretty tight fold.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, ace jack off, ace queen off are my favorite 4-bet bluffs. Yeah.
Right.
Besides, like, sometimes I throw in like a suited wheel ace.
And you're doing this because you thought he was a capable player of 3-betting light.
Yeah. And
your goal is to 4-bet win, not 4-bet get called.
Yeah, no, I was never expecting to get called, actually.
Yeah. It was one of those, like, yeah.
I was like, he's putting out 150K here, like, and we're just gonna take it down, and like, we're gonna go to the next hand.
You weren't in a bad spot. It wasn't like you lost. Got
even if we ran into aces there, we still are not in a bad spot. So like,
you're still like middle of the pack. You have a shot at winning still.
Yeah, and we should have won.
No.
We came back and we should have won.
Is that how life is supposed to be? That easy?
I mean, you saw the
I know. That was a
great
spot. That was a great spot.
You know, we came back.
You made the right move.
We rip ace queen again. Of course, he would wake up with tens there, and just hold pure.
Like even if he has nines there, he's not too happy. But tens, like, he's pretty happy.
Yeah, tens is pretty happy. Yep. That's what Stretchy was saying last night, actually.
Yeah.
So
all right, let's do this hand.
So what do we do here, Fallon? Oops.
Yeah, of course you bet.
And why do we do that?
Well, I mean, you could have the best hand, first of all, and also, I mean, you are the pre-flop raiser. It's a board that you're continuing on like all the time.
So let's not think about that though, because we only need to think about that when we're up against good players, right? So because when you're saying that we're the pre-flop raiser and we're betting this flop texture a lot with our bluffs and stuff, you're thinking about our range. When we're playing against fish, we don't need to think about our range, right?
Okay.
So why else do we want to be betting here? Like what is the impetus here for wanting to bet rather than check?
Also to, I guess, build a pot.
Okay, build a pot. What else? Okay, what else? There's something really important here that we're missing.
The fact that you're a pre-flop raiser, the fact that you have the best hand, the fact that you want to build a pot. Okay. I really don't know what we're missing.
We have a pair of sixes here.
I mean, you're protecting your.
Yep. So what do we want to do against? Say this.
Deny him equity.
Yeah. Say this small blind has ace jack of hearts, right?
We want to deny him equity from hitting an ace or jack on the turn,
ace of spades on turn is not a great turn card for us, right?
Right.
So we want to get value here. We want to get paid. We want to build a pot. We want to also deny equity from our opponent's holdings. We don't want to give a free card to, ace jack off, ace jack of hearts, whatever. Even though some of the time they do hit their card and it's our card, really, because it's a diamond.
I'll also say you kind of want to play your high equity hands versus the fish too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like a bigger pot, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking when I'm saying that. And then also, like, I guess whenever I'm saying you probably have the best hand, I that's in my head that goes hand in hand with denying them equity. If I already have the best hand right now, I don't want you to get the best hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I think at worst here we're like when he's flatting the small blind, you know what I mean? We're betting at what, like 40%, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
if he has a king.
Exactly. We're really good. We have really good equity no matter what here.
And we're going to be in position.
And we're going to be able to make better decisions the later streets that we go.
Yeah, if he check raises us, we're cool,
continuing, obviously. Yep. And if they have ace jack of diamonds here, great,
Right.
Let's tango, because we have you dominated. And it's really hard for you to win.
People will overplay the nut flush draw too.
Right. Yep.
So.
Yep. They will overplay it. They will overplay it in spots that they're not supposed to. Like here, you're not supposed in this small blind shoes with ace jack of diamonds. You're not supposed to go broke.
Right. But fish are. Fish or fish.
This deep, you're not supposed to go broke, but fish or fish, they will.
I still do sometimes.
Yeah. I've read in a book that getting in with a nut flush does not too bad.
Abdul Brunson said, "Get it in with the nut flush, man, and just live with yourself." So okay, so yeah, definitely like betting here. I think half pot is just fine sizing when we're this deep. And unfortunately we get no action. So we didn't play this hand. We folded. We folded. This actually should be an open. This should be.
I don't think
this should be an open at a table full of fish. This should be an open when we're this deep.
Close.
When we're 150 bigs deep.
I think with Annie's, I think you could, but that would be not as deep.
Yeah, I think potential would say a min raise.
I've been opening shit like that on Bet Online for a while.
Like from low jack.
Mm-hmm.
He even says potentially under the gun.
Suited queens, queens, kings, jacks.
Yeah, potential.
If it's like
when
a
you're super deep.
Dude, potential at World Series of Poker this year is like the super turbo or whatever.
Yeah.
Where they're like 300, 400 big, like 400 bigs deep to start. He opened 8 deuce suited under the gun. And stacked a big fish. And called a 3-bet actually with that hand.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. He called a 3-bet and stacked him on a deuce X board.
That's crazy.
For infinite.
Yeah.
So like
you can open wider. Especially if it's like a fish field.
So like what he says in regards to hands like this and hands like 8 deuce suited and why you're opening that under the gun and stuff.
But you would never open this on ACR.
So okay, just let me go on my tangent.
Yes, thank you.
So like why he wants you to open that and open this in this spot is that like it may not be profitable pre-flop, but it's definitely going to be profitable post-flop.
Right.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because we're gonna have the initiative. B, we're gonna be able to make better decisions post-flop than our opponents. And C, we just want to play as many pots as we can with fish.
And you potentially get priced into their like stupid 3-bets that aren't big enough.
Yeah. And
actually bloats a pot.
Yep. And you can just like play efficiently against your opponents and make better decisions than them and win more money than they can when you get coolered, you're not going to give them chips, but when they get coolered, they're going to give you all their chips.
Yeah. And you don't have to cooler them as hard either to get more chips out of them.
Yep.
See, and that's the thing. Like I have realized that I need to make an adjustment like between ACR and Bet Online, like where I can do things like that on Bet Online and do well. Like there's just a better field of players on ACR, and so I just need to like I guess be a little bit more careful on whenever I'm doing that and against who.
I can definitely see doing this on Bovada, but on ACR,
they're consistently like 3-betting and 4-betting.
Like if this was like a $200 on ACR, I don't think it would.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be either. But if this is an $11 ACR or 22 ACR, I'm definitely doing it. And I would want you to do it too, Fallon, for one reason, not necessarily because you're great post flop. And you're gonna outplay them post flop.
It'll make you better, though.
It's yes, exactly. It's your learning process. This is your school is in session. Okay.
Well, and that's why I'm 1K in the hole with Stop Cheating, which I need to get him out of the hole.
And if you open this hand here in an $11 ACR tonight, baby, and you lose a big ass fucking pot, okay.
Like you can just review it.
Like you can just review it and you'll take more from reviewing it and learning from it than almost any money you could have made from it in reverse. Like
this Stop Cheating profile that I have on ACR, like on Black Chip or whatever, basically it's been my learning my freaking learning profile, man, and it's just in the hole.
That's fine. You're not going to learn without losing.
I want to get that's what stream's going to be about tonight, is to try to get this profile out of the fucking hole.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's why I would want you to open this, and Dibs, I would obviously want you to open this as well in this spot.
Right. I definitely probably don't play enough.
But like,
I play the early stages, but I don't play like too hard like this when I do see it like by good players.
Well, I was just
like I see it, I'm like
opening that, like, and here's the thing, like, I shouldn't be opening that if I have people that are aggressive and 3-betting and fucking 4-betting like behind me, right? Like, I should not be. If I know that this guy right here with the 7-6 off or whatever, if I know that he's constantly 3-betting shit, should I really be opening the Jack 5 suited? Of course not. So okay, I just need to watch like that kind of stuff, because I was just doing it auto, like I was auto just opening shit like that. And just having to fold and then just losing chips and having dead money in the pot like over and over again. Like, I think that's a thing that maybe I learned on ACR by doing that.
So yeah, there it is. We didn't even play this hand, and we talked and learned a lot about it. What a play, man! What a hero.
I think we're losing money by not doing that.
I think this is a 3-bet squeeze spot.
Yeah, not 100%, but I think a percentage of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think every combo of ace 3. No. I think if you choose like that.
Well, potential might say otherwise.
You think every potential ace 3
in the small blind? Like, our squeeze range is going to be like offsuit aces, like offsuit broadways, king jack, king queen, jack 10, and then obviously our value hands. So
where would you put then ace 10 offsuit? That would be like a prime.
I mean, yeah, I think you squeeze here too. You could even flat, even profitably, like being this deep, and like, I mean, it kind of plays too well. Almost, it kind of almost even plays too well. Like to
so even... What's the objective here of 3? So it's like a 3-bet bluff. Like, then we're kind of like playing it from there.
Yeah, proceeding and making life really difficult for our hands, like king jack off, ace 4 suited. Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, especially if they haven't like tightened up their range yet,
and they don't know who we are, and they're just not capable of understanding how to play back. Yeah. So like, that's why it's super nice here to put in a squeeze, make it like 1400. Like, what sizing do you go?
I would go 15, but I usually do deep. I do like 4x, and then for every out of position player, I do an extra big, whatever the bet is. You know what I mean? And then in position, I do half. I add half. So if, like, let's say I was big blind, and the small blind flatted, and I decided to squeeze, I would add like half of 300. So it'd be like 1650. I don't know. I that's just the math I use.
Okay.
What size? You go 14.
Yeah. What sizing do you think potential would say to go with aces here, Fallon?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know with the other. I don't know with the other guy in. I know 3-betting is basically 3x, but like with the other guy,
like with aces, you'd say like 900 here if the button wasn't involved here. But with the button involved, you'd probably say like 1100. Like,
okay.
So you would change sizing?
Yeah, dude. Just being super exploitative, man. Like, that's like, these people just are fucking chubs, like scrubs, chubs, whatever.
Because I know he says to go. I know he likes to go 3x with his strong hands, and then 4x with a bluff.
Right. Like, we can be super, dude. You can open up the fucking playbook, man. Like, when you're playing against scrubs, like.
Yeah.
And that's his approach too, is that you just assume these guys are scrubs until they prove you otherwise.
Right.
We're gonna skip ahead to a few more hands here that we played. Raise up the A6 suited, eject off cold, just like flats.
Yeah.
We get squeezed. I prefer just to fold here.
Yeah. You guys went 7-handed? What is this? 8?
3, 6, 8-handed, yeah.
8. All right.
Okay, you know what? Hold on. It says I have to activate the product to play all hands. Fuck, man. Hold on. Okay, you know what? Hold on. So I have to put in the activate. I have to... Hold on. I actually have a code to just put in. So this will take literally like 30 seconds.
1,000. 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, because I bought this product a long time ago, and this is just a new computer.
Nice brag.
So, with a new hard drive and everything.
New computer, eh?
License key. So, I put it right here, I think.
No, I think it goes on license.
No, it's right here. It's right here.
No, you did not type it that fast.
Hold on. There we go. Product has been activated. Perfect.
36 seconds.
Perfect.
Lappy.
We can go to next week. See, look at that. We can go to next hand. Look at that. Boom. It wouldn't let us go to the next hand, but now it does. Okay, so we played this hand as well. And I think the only play here is to flat. Could do stuff. Backdoor straight, backdoor flush. We'll check raise here with a 4 sometimes, and maybe a queen sometimes, and maybe a pair of 5s or something sometimes. So I could see either. I probably prefer just a fold, but we could do stuff. But yeah, we did just fold. I think folding is the superior play there.
Yep. Nope, I don't think. I think if you float there, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, that's why I would just check raise if I'm gonna do anything there.
Right. Or if you check raise, you're asking for trouble too. I feel like early. I just feel like early. I don't think the chips are worth it.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna go here.
You find way better spots.
I think flatting here is completely fine. We're not afraid of getting squeezed behind.
Right.
And we can play a pot in position. It's worrying me, but I'm not going anywhere yet.
Right. You can improve still.
And they bet again. I think we just fold at this point.
Yeah, especially after dry texture, and he still bets twice.
Yep.
Against 3.
Yep. Okay, we played this hand as well. 8-5 suited. Get flatted.
Oh, you got shoved on.
It's actually not a bad hand. Backdoor nut. Backdoor straight flush. And so backdoor straight, backdoor flush. And
I don't think it's worth bluffing.
into two people. I think if there isn't the all-in guy, I'd probably bet here just because our hand is like we have a high here. I think
if there was no all-in, I think it would be worth doing.
Yeah,
but with the all-in,
yeah, it looks like I bet here anyways though.
Take it down. Oh, you're valuing.
They both call us. But hey, always get these nuts 7 of hearts. And go 3K.
Nice. That's a good bet.
Yeah, give us the money. We beat 5
and you scoop.
We beat 5
and there
high.
It is. And there it is. The fish are afraid of that big and giant bet that you put out there. They just snap fold.
Yeah, they don't want this. I figured we'd get everything but a queen here to fold too. You know,
Queen's in a tough spot.
And even a queen is in a tough spot. Yeah.
Because you could easily have a set of 4s.
Hmm.
I feel like you're doing that with the set of 4s too.
See, and this is why this is a good hand to c-bet, because we're gonna get turns like this. You know?
Yeah.
Like if we
I think you give up on a brick though.
If we had like I don't know, like if we had 9 5 of hearts, it's actually not as good of a hand as this. Like,
right. So like, let's say the turn was
weird,
a 3 of clubs. You just, what are you doing? Like, get check 2?
I'm probably just giving up.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't really think it's once we get called by 2 people and we don't pick up equity. I think it's just for you to continue. Yeah.
Cool.
So, but yeah, we pick up the nut turn and bomb it and take it down and give them the old FU bet.
And scoop.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna go to the next hand. I think we should have opened the 8-9 there too, but we didn't. Gonna defend in our big blind. They bet. We could continue. Could check call. Could check raise a very small percentage of the time, and then folding also is a really good option. We just opt for folding. What do you think about that, Dibs?
I think with well, in this hand you have 2 cleanouts, but I think with 4 cleanouts, I would probably peel with the gutter once.
Mm-hmm.
It does suck that we're out of position, because I feel like if a 6 does peel, it's very easy to put us on 4-5. And like, he's usually, like, if you're raising a king on like a king high board from an early position raise, it's saying that you can beat a king. So I guess you don't get paid as much, so it's not worth maybe peeling out of position.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cool with the fold.
Yeah, I think it's fine. So we're gonna skip a few hands actually. And go to the Jack 4 suited. And it goes, and we're definitely gonna be just flatting here.
Yeah, I think you guys are still deep enough.
Mm-hmm. It's the old potential range. He actually wants us to flat here pretty wide. When we're a little bit more deeper than this.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's multi-way, definitely flatting. And
there is a guy that you are 55 effective with. You know what I mean?
And we just give up.
Yeah.
And of course, the ace of diamonds doesn't bet on flop.
Lol.
Trap.
And they raise turn. I wonder what they have, man. You think he's bluffing?
That's funny.
He's
like
gonna
a perfect.
fold. You should jam on him. He'll fold.
8-6 of diamonds.
Yeah, we could have bluffed with the 8-6 of diamonds. That would have worked. And we'll go to
one combo to bluff with. If you're gonna...
We'll go to one hand. This is a hand B1. We're gonna this is gonna be the end point.
Okay.
But we have with us today, we have Fallon, aka FDA1 on Twitch, twitch.tv/FDAW and the number 1. And we also have I Got Dibs on Twitch. Do we have a link? Do we have a URL for you?
No, man. I just watch. I'm a watcher, not a streamer.
All right. But good friends of the stream, my girlfriend Fallon, good people, and I hope everybody got really good. I hope people learned something from this session today.
If not, had a good time.
Yeah, if not, had a good time, right? So we flat button here. Actually, I don't know if you would do this, Dibs.
I'm cool with it, since you guys are like the You're like 50 deep. It depends on if he's a fish or not. I probably would 3-bet.
I would assume he's a fish.
Yeah, if he was a fish, I'd probably like the 3-bet, like small. But
Like 1,400, 1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
just to kind of isolate.
I mean,
I feel like King Jack doesn't play well.
Honestly,
you're gonna get called by the blind.
I've gotten to the point where, yeah, I used to always 3-bet here, but I just think in position here, I want to play versus this opponent, and and
that's 100% if you flaunt.
And yeah, exactly, and I think I'm just gonna be able to make superior decisions here, and we have like a decent holding, like to be in position against them, 50, 60 bigs deep, and so I wouldn't make a habit of this. I wouldn't recommend this for like my students to be like doing this, but I myself make exception from time to time, especially in spots where like I'm just gonna be able to show more profit post flop versus
like you're not making money pre doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not making money pre, but I'm gonna be showing massive profit post flop. And
we'll see why.
Yeah, we'll see why. So we flat, flop a king, easy. Call. What do you do here, Fallon?
I bet. Yeah? I do.
What do you go? Yeah. What do you do? What do you size? If you bet, what do you size?
I'm sizing like half pot.
And why is that?
Because like I still want like ace 8 to call or jacks to call or tens to call or whatever.
You're thinking about their range.
If I bet too big, then I'm gonna scare them away. So I just want to go like half pot.
So we're thinking about their range. That's really important, is to just always focus on, well, when you're not playing against really good players or sickos, like we're just thinking about their range and like what does their range look like when they bet this flop and we call and then they check this turn.
It looks like they have ace 8, tens, nines, I mean, yeah.
Or give ups and whatnot. So like you could go half pot, you could go even smaller, honestly. What sizing do you take here, Dibs? Do you check?
No, I don't check. Okay. I'd probably go like 1,100.
Yeah, I think I like it. 11 or 12.
Yeah. I was gonna say sometimes I'll hit the half pot and then I'll like click down a little bit.
Yeah, I think we went too big here, but we still got a call. And I think it's
because I like to go smaller turn and then bigger river.
I think that's why. I think we can still get value. What do you think, Debs? Do you think we still get value here? Like,
yeah.
You go like 3K, 2K.
See, since he went like 1,500 on the turn, I would probably go like 36.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like it. We went 2K. I think we could have squeezed out a little bit more value here, and he does call 2K.
Yeah, I think 2K is fine, but I think 36 gets paid just maybe not as often, but more often than 2.
Yeah,
enough to.
Yeah, I think somewhere between 2 and 3.6 is like the sweet spot.
Yeah, if you go, I think like 4K, I think it's a little too much. You're getting a little too.
But you're talking about like getting paid, but then also, I mean, if he has the 8 and he fucking like raises you and you have to fold, then you've just lost the minimum as well.
Well,
so, I mean, there's that too.
I think if you go small, you induce more
bluffs. More bluffs. Yep.
And you don't want. I mean, I think stacks. If you bet 2K and the guy shoves, and you have 6K behind, like how often do you feel like you're going to be good? So, I think like if you get bluffed off there, it's really tough. While the 36 doesn't get bluffed, and like I'm getting like this is value from him.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
So like the 2K kind of reverse mindfuck you into making a bad decision.
But if God forgives 714 is under the gun +3, and we're in the spot versus him, I'm definitely want to bet 2K to like induce him to check raise, check shove me, because I know he'll think of it as thin value and check shove, thinking he gets me off of a king here sometimes. So like. So like you'd play this differently against a reg, a good reg than you would maybe a fish.
Okay.
So like
there is it's definitely opponent based
dependent.
Yeah. How do I get the fish to call me? How do I get the reg to shove on me?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you get reg owned sometimes too. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine to get reg owned.
So yeah, guys, thank you all thank you both of you for joining me, and this will be part 1 of the series. This will be where we end, but we're gonna look to do part 2 again sometime next week, guys. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you guys have a great weekend.